So today I'm at Huahin Government Hospital. I've never been to a government hospital in Thailand before. I'm going to go in there. I know it's going to be very, very crowded, but I want to see what the treatment's like. I want to see what the cost is like. So anybody else who's going to be moving down here, you've got another option. It's definitely going to be cheaper than private. I don't know what the service is going to be like. I don't know if they speak real good English or I'm going to struggle, but we'll find that out in a minute when I get in there. I'm actually a little bit nervous. I don't know why. Well, it's definitely crowded in here, much more crowded than I thought it would be, but we'll see how it goes. So a lot of people are put off going to government hospitals here in Thailand. Foreigners can actually use government hospitals, but we have to pay. But they're a lot cheaper than private hospitals. Now, I've never been to a government hospital. You know, I've moved to Huahin, and I thought I'd give it a go. I want some blood work done, some laboratory tests, get all my results. I know it's going to be cheaper, but is the service going to be? Is it going to be as good? I've already booked my appointment, and I'll come back and I'll tell you how things went. Okay. As you can see, it's pretty efficient. When my medicine was ready, they put my name on the board. I had quite a wait, but you can clearly see it there, last name on the list. Okay, so I've made it home in one piece, and I want to share my experience at the hospital. I know I'm in Huahin, but this will be relevant for whichever hospital you go to, government hospital in Thailand. So at the end of this particular part of the video, I'll give you my conclusion, whether I thought it was good, whether I think it was bad, and once I've gone through all the details. So the first thing I want to talk about is what I initially went there for, just to try it out, was the blood test. So as I said earlier in the video, I wanted a blood test, and I got a full lab report there, and it is in English. I don't know if you'll be able to read it. There's nothing private on there. It's only got my name and age. You all know I'm 65, so there's nothing to give away there. But they give you, you know, I don't know if you can make it out, but they give you the two pages or three pages actually. And the program I chose when I was there, because there's not just one set of things you can have tested, as it were, but you see the top one there. I'll give you the price in a bit. That's all included in one package, okay? And then you can opt for other things. I opted for two others in there. I opted for the blood sugar, because that's quite important, isn't it? And one other one there. So the total cost for that. Now, the only thing I'd say on this, when I go to a private hospital in Bangkok, I'll get the results in about an hour and a half. They say 2 hours, but they come in like an hour and a half. This one I had to go back today to pick it up, so you go back the following day. Now, price-wise, I'm talking about this first before my prescription. So when I first got here, I went to Med Park, which is one of the best hospitals in Bangkok. It's located on Rama 4. I had the same test done, the same results done. It cost me 12,000 baht, okay? I then moved down to the Christian hospital on Ceylon. I think it was that one. I might be wrong, but it wasn't Med Park. And I paid about 5,500 baht for the same blood work and the lab report. And I'm giving you the prices in baht. You can work it out in your own currency. I can't convert every currency around the world, right? So it's better I'll give you it in baht. So to compare those two prices, this is what I paid yesterday. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, if you can't see it, I paid 2,377 baht. So that was with all those tests. And there's a little bit of a nurse's fee in there, which was 180 baht. So I'm very happy with that. And I'm even more happy with the fact that everything, including my liver, because I do tend to drink a bit these days, come back very, very good. No issues at all. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to talk about, comparing the cost of the blood test to other private hospitals. Okay, right, next. I wanted to see how expensive or cheap medicine is, because, you know, medicines issue their own medicines. And when I've got medicine in the past from other hospitals in Bangkok, it's just so much more expensive than if you buy it in the pharmacy. I'll give you an example. A strip of headache, they're not aspirins, but, you know, take a headache away. There's about 10 tablets in it. They're about 10 to 12 baht from 7-Eleven. I got some from a hospital that were with some other drugs, and it worked out that they charged me, I think it was like 100 baht for these. So it's always good to shop around, try and get prices. So I got an excellent result on this. So to give you an idea, I'm on statins. And before you start, whenever I mention statins, somebody always sends me a message saying, you know they're bad for you, you should come off them. I've discussed that in depth with a doctor, and I've decided to stay on them for now. Right, so I'm on statins, and I'm on a blood pressure tablet. I take one in the morning, and I think a lot of older guys are on blood pressure medicine, okay? So for me, at this hospital, they said, well, we can prescribe up to 4 months for you. You need to come back after 4 months. Now, to give you an idea, for me to buy these two separate medicines, the statin and the blood pressure medicine, to have a 4-month supply would cost me somewhere in the region, if I bought them from a pharmacy, they would cost me, in Bangkok this is, somewhere in the region of 6,000 baht every 4 months. So that's, what's that? That's 18,000 baht a year, okay? So I got a 4-month supply of the statins here, okay? These are actually 40 mg. I only need to take 20. My other ones are 20. So I'll just take a half of one of them, some more on the back there. And I also got, there you go. I take one of these a day. So how long, you know, they're going to last me 4 months, aren't they? So I got all that, okay, including the, because you can't just go in and buy it. You have to have the, you have to sit down and see a doctor. It was a female doctor, excellent. Her English was excellent, and she prescribed me these on my request for 4 months. And believe it or not, now remember, 6,000 baht for a 4-month supply. That's what I would have been paying, okay? Can you see that? 450 baht. 450 baht for all that. So, is it worth going to a public hospital to get the medicine? Definitely, if you've got to take that long term. Okay, let's talk about the actual hospital itself. So there is a big difference. Now, if you're a guy, you're insured, or you've got plenty of money, you don't need to worry about going to a government hospital, right? You can go to a good private hospital, and life's just easier, isn't it? But there are a lot of guys out here in Thailand who, they can't get insurance for whatever reason, or like me, I was offered insurance, but because I'm on blood pressure tablets, they count that as a pre-existing condition, and they said, well, we'll insure you, but we won't insure you for a heart attack or a stroke. Well, for me, there was no point in having the insurance. I was better off just self-insuring, putting some money away for an immediate emergency. That's not long-term, that's an immediate emergency. And so, as I say, there's quite a few guys out here that've got to take care of their own medical needs. Now, you have to be patient. It's not going to be like going into a private hospital. I probably spent 2 hours there yesterday, and I spent another, because they cocked up the bin a little bit, the bill, I spent another hour there today. So all in all, it took me about 3.5 hours. If I'd gone into a private hospital for half an hour, 40 minutes, you know what it's like in a private hospital. The nurse takes you from pillar to post. She walks you around all the different departments. They sit you down. They give you a bottle of water, and you go in and see the doctor, and that's it. You prescribe your medicines, and off you go. It isn't like that in a government at all. Now, as far as the treatment goes, that's exactly the same. So, you know, the injection I had to take the blood, I don't know if you can see that there. The injection I had to take the blood, and the lab report and the medicine, it's the same as a private hospital. There's no difference whatsoever. Just because it's a government hospital, it doesn't mean the treatment is less. It was very good, actually, if I'm honest with you. It was very good. Now, the thing that makes a big difference is the waiting around. You do have to go from pillar to post with lots of different departments, and you've got to do it all yourself. As I say, it's not like a private hospital. You've got to find all these places. Now, Huahin Hospital has got 4 huge buildings, possibly more. And they've got, as you've seen in the video, they've got canteens, they've got 7-Eleven, they've got markets, all within the confines of the hospital. So the first building I went in, there's a reception there. You tell them what you want. They give you a form to fill in. Once you've filled in that form, you have to go to another building, and you give that form to a lady. You take a seat like a receptionist, and then she'll direct you over to a lady who's sitting in a chair with a computer. She writes something on it. Then they give you the paper back, and then I had to go to another room to wait for the doctor. Went in to see the doctor. This is when I'm talking about requesting the medicines, okay? Spoke to the doctor at length. As I say, she was very good. She prescribed it, and we went downstairs, and it was a long wait. So I decided to go off and come back a couple of hours later. And you see my name on the screen there. Well, there's hundreds of others. So we went to the window. It was a little bit of a queue for the windows, I remember. Paid for the medicine, then we had to take it over to another department to get the actual medicine, and that took quite a long time. And when we got to the window, we'd found out that the cashier had actually charged me twice for the nursing services, so we had to go back to the cashier, queue up again, get that corrected and refunded a little bit, then go back to that window again, and then eventually I got the medicine and we came out of there. So it's not it's one of those things that it's very daunting. The first time you do it, it's overwhelming. It's like, where do I go? What do I do? You know, I didn't see. I think I've seen one other foreign guy in there. I mean, it's all Thais in there. Okay, it's a government hospital. Okay, so my conclusion about a government hospital: should you use a government hospital or not? Well, it's down to personal choice, isn't it? There's a hospital here called San Paulo. There's another one called the Bangkok Hospital. San Paulo is cheaper than the Bangkok Hospital, I believe. I went there and I actually asked the price of blood work at San Paulo, and they had a promotion on. They said it was 3,800, which is very, very good. So if I've got anything fairly minor, I think I'm going to go along to San Paulo because it is private, it's quicker. You get shown where to go and everything. But if I have something where it's going to cost me a lot of money, then I think I would go back to the government hospital. It just makes sense. I'm not a rich guy. I'm not living from day to day. I'm doing okay. But I think I would use the two hospitals together. I wouldn't stick to one. And my recommendation to you is if you're living out here and you're on a pension or a limited budget and you've never tried a government hospital, then I would suggest you do it because it's only your time, is it? Your time doesn't cost you anything. Okay, it just means you can't do much on that day. But if you can save, like I did, the equivalent to 5,500 baht just for giving up half a day, then it's worth it, isn't it? So I hope you found this video helpful. If you've got any questions, something I've left out about a hospital, going to a government hospital, just drop a question in the comments below, and I will answer you. And if you've enjoyed this video and it's been helpful, please consider subscribing. It does help me out in the algorithm, and it doesn't cost anything. And remember, I do have a members area as well. I have a members stream every 2 weeks, and you get early access to videos. So and it's very cheap as well. Okay, so a big ask there. All right, thanks again, guys, and I'll catch up with another video real soon.